Chair recognizes the delegate at mic 1.
EricYoung, AFG, the Council of Prison Locals, National President. I represent more than 39,000 federal law enforcement officers in the Department of Justice, the Federal Bureau of Prisons, from the eastern shores of the Atlantic and Puerto Rico, all the way to the western shores of Hawaii, across the mainland. We protect this country from enemies, foreign and domestic, killers, murderers, drug dealers. I stand in support of this criminal justice reform. I spoke this week to basically let everyone know that people like me are similarly situated to many people in this room. We know someone who was incarcerated. 2 million people in this country are incarcerated at the tune of $70 billion annually. And we need to find out whether or not there's a better use of those type of resources, spending in excess of $30,000 per inmate, but yet we cannot put $30,000 in grants to keep people from out of prison. I spoke on my personal experiences. Great majority of my family members have been wards of the state, particularly all of my younger brothers. They've been inside, served mandatory minimum prison sentences, and they got out and could not find adequate housing, could not find a decent job. As a result, they continue to recidivate. As a result, 2 of my brothers are no longer amongst the living, and then their children are fatherless. So I just come to say this today. If we're going to show up, I think we need to show up prior to people actually being incarcerated. I don't want to put any of my brothers or sisters on the spot here. The Congressional Black Caucus just held their event this past month, and only 2 international unions was present. That's shameful, considering the amount of labor that we're talking about affecting people of color. Not only blacks, but Hispanics. Not only Hispanics, but indigenous people. So I just stand in support of this criminal justice reform, but I need for our folks to really show up with resources, show up in schools and neighborhoods where I come from. So I ask for your broad support of this criminal justice reform, ban the box, and elimination of private prisons, and also thank you. Let me just stop there.
Thank you, brother. Chair calls on the delegate at mic 1.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is FredRedmond from the United Steelworkers. I just want to speak in support of Resolution 25, criminal justice reform. You know, ban the box is critical, and we got to continue to work for legislation in order to ban the box, because the acknowledgement of an individual who have re-entered into society that they have made a mistake and served time costs them, and too many times it costs them the right to gainful employment. But we can't wait on legislation. One thing we have in the labor movement is our collective bargaining agreements. And in the city of Pittsburgh, with the help of the building trades of Allegheny County, we started a pre-apprentice program called Breaking the Chains of Poverty, where we have negotiated with steelworkers employers in Allegheny County not to hold people's criminal justice record against them for employment. We have the power to do that.
Hear, hear.
And through the program and through the assistance from the building trades who we are indebted to, we have placed over 25 recently incarcerated individuals in the building trades apprenticeship programs. We have employed, through the help of 9 employers in Allegheny County, we have employed over 100 individuals back to work who has recently re-entered society. So I'm saying ban the box, yes, but we have to use the power of our collective bargaining agreements to move this. We could negotiate with our employers to remove ban the box at the bargaining table. So we have to take advantage of the strength that we have as a labor movement, and we need to move on this issue with the tools that we currently have before us, and that is the strength of our union and our collective bargaining agreements. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, brother.